Sorry about my voice, I blocked up, guys. Anyway, welcome to Meow Club. Standard deck Teck today, Ixalan, Rivals of Ixalan Standard, Black White Vampires, Tribal. Cool deck, happy to have Vampires back in Tribal, you know me, I love them. I played tested the deck a little bit, it's done really well so far. I mean, definitely needs more play testing. So an early version, don't really have a sideboard yet, but let's check it out. Gonna say I will, if this deck does end up working well, I will add in concealed courtyards. You guys know what to do. Take out a couple of basics, put in some concealed courtyards if you want to do that, or if you've got them lying around. So let's check out the deck. Let's go creatures first, I guess. So 2 Sky Marcher Aspirant. Hard choice between this and the other flying 1-drop from Ixalan. Let me know if you think I made the right choice here, but this one gets flying if you have the City's Blessing. If not, really nice 2/1 1-drop. So similar to, what was the vampire called, the red one that everyone was running in, Ramanap Red. I forget the name. Anyway, you probably know the guy that gives all your vampires madness. 1 Vicious Conquistador. When he attacks, opponent loses 1 life. That's quite nice. Going into 2 drops where all the best vampires are. One of these, I only own 1. I'll be putting in 4 as soon as I get them in the post. Other vampires you control get 1/1. Awesome. 1 Oathsworn Vampire. He can come back from the graveyard if I've gained life. That's nice. This guy flashes in, gains a 1/1 counter for each creature that died this turn. Running 3 Gifted Aetherborn, probably just in, out of context, probably the best vampire in Standard at the moment. 2-drop, 2/3 Death Touch Lifelink, awesome. That's a spell, we'll talk about that in a minute. 3 Dusk Legion Zealot, excellent card. You draw a card, you lose 1 life, you got a vampire body. He's a 2/2 if you control a Legion Lieutenant. Awesome. 2 Bishop Soldiers, just a 2/2 lifelink, like that a lot. 4 Legion Conquistadors, nothing better than playing 1 of these, going into your deck, filling up your hand with vampires. Worth paying 3 for a 2/2 for that, I believe. Really love this guy, Forerunner of the Legion. When he enters, you can search for a vampire and put it on top of your library, and whenever a vampire comes under your control, you can give a vampire 1/1. 2 Sadistic Sky Marcher. This guy's really good value, reminds me of, I forget the name, the famous vampire in Modern, but he's a 2/3 flyer. I mean, this guy sometimes costs 4 if you can't reveal a vampire from your hand, but that's rare. Flying lifelink. 2 Radiant Destiny, boosts our tribe. They get vigilance if we have City's Blessing, which is not unknown with this deck. Mavrin Fane, Dusk Apostle. I should probably run 2 of these if I had them. The synergy's insane in this deck. Make a vampire every time a vampire attacks. Sanctum Seeker, whenever a vampire you control attacks, they lose 1, you gain 1. Great finisher. This guy, just a one-of, but I was really impressed with how he went in the draft environment, and it's great giving one of your flying lifelinkers +2/+0 each attack. So that's why he's in there. 1 Glorifier of Dusk, you can pay 2 to give it flying and vigilance. That's 4, 2 each. Let's clean this up a bit. 2 Bishop of Rebirth. All these 5 drops, by the way, every time I've play tested this, I've kind of won by turn 5. So I'm kind of like banking on maybe going into the late game with some of these, but I think it's a good plan. Oh, Vanquisher's Banner, this is great. It's like a lord, but you get to draw a card every time you play a creature of the type. Bishop of the Bloodstained. When he enters the battle, he's like Grey Merchant of Asphodel for vampires instead of Black Devotion. So nice finisher. Deathless Ancient, you can tap 3 vampires, he keeps coming back if he gets countered or killed. And our only non-vampire is Teck Primal Death, has a nice finisher. I do need to play test this deck more, but so far it's working good. I will make another video if I do end up changing it a lot. Ixalan's Binding in there, just a catch-all. 2 Profane Processions, we can exile a creature for 5 mana. If we've exiled 3 under it, it flips. We can then pay 4 to put that creature into play under our control. That's a really sweet card. 1 Pride of Conquerors, little combat trick. Gives our creatures 1/1 till end of turn. If we have the City's Blessing, 2/2. Mana wise, 3 Forsaken Sanctuary, 3 Shefet Dunes, no 2 actually. Pay 4, give our creatures 1/1, we're going wide, so that's pretty sweet. 1 Desert of the True, 1 Desert of the Glorified. I like to have a land I can just cycle away in the late game if I don't need it. 2 Evolving Wilds, and an even split of black and white mana to fill out the rest. Slightly less white actually because we're running 2 Shefet Dunes. Deck doesn't really have a sideboard yet, but if it did, I would be running some Graveyard Hate. I would be running more Ixalan's Binding, and what else? More kill spells, Fatal Push, Graveyard Recursion probably. So that's the deck, guys. Let me know what you think, and I'll keep you updated about how it goes. Some gameplay videos coming soon. I believe there's already one on my channel, but check it out. Let me know what you think, and thanks for watching. Bye.